My daughter's up there doing her homework and she's listening to music on her laptop. I go, what? What's the matter with you? You know how long I spent on that fade? There's a lot of work on that fade, and you can't hear it. I'm really excited about immersive audio because it's going to change everything. Because once the hardware catches up with the software that you can put your headphones on and be enveloped in a 360 environment, people are going to be excited to listen to music again. And the quality is going to matter. All the hard work that all of us guys put into these records, you're going to be able to hear all that work. 5G is really going to help. So if Spotify and Apple and these people can stream in Atmos and in 5.1, that is a potential that it could be commercialized and being able to sold and downloaded and all that stuff, but we're not there yet. The algorithms to figure out how that works. Is there compression on this thing to limit the bandwidth, and so you're not sucking everything up? These files are huge. These surround sound files are huge. But this I can tell you for sure, everyone is doing Atmos mixes. I have some friends that are, all they do are mixing back catalog in Atmos, and they are running at a breakneck speed. So something big is getting ready to happen. We're getting ready to start the new album, and we are looking at starting from the very beginning in a surround sound environment. We have the Neumann KU100 and the Sennheiser Ambio VR mic. We're really excited to try these things out and see where we can go. This is as excited as I've been about making a record, because we're going to push the envelope on this one. We got the right people doing it and the right people involved in it, and it's going to be really fun.
I see another falling star.
The concept behind The Savior is this big book is discovered, and it dates back to 20,000 years before the Stone Age. And it tells a story of this reluctant young king. For some reason, these people decide this guy's going to be our king. He doesn't know why. He's a young guy, so it's kind of a journey of him trying to discover who he is. The concept for the new album is not a concept. The Savior is such a massive production, and I want to go the other way with this one. So I want to strip it back and, have a drums and bass and a couple of guitars and keyboards and a vocal, and just open it all up to make it really easy to listen to. Great melodies, good hooks, and it'll probably be video kind of based. The video from the last album has over 1 million views. The videos are done really well. Derek Bort does my music videos. He's a movie director, and him and I have the same kind of view. Working on these albums, start to finish, it's like a child. You have your child and it's born, and, you teach it how to walk and kind of work them along. And then, then they're teenagers and the songs are getting close to getting done. And when the song is done and it goes to mastering, the kid goes off to college to never be heard again, because I never open those sessions up. It's off to college, married off, kids, all that stuff. And they never call home. So that's kind of how I view it. And I love the process of it. When it's all done, it's a very depressing, because I know I'll never be opening that session again and working on it. Any advice that I could recommend for somebody getting into the music business or making records or immersive audio. Find your lane and stay in it, because no one can be you except you. So when you kind of chasing the dragon, so to speak, well, rap is really hip now, and this kind of rap is really cool and all this stuff. So everyone jumps on that. Major record labels are notoriously bad at this. One gets a hit and they sign 50 like that, But you find your inner voice. You sit and play a guitar and play 3 chords for 2 hours and just play them over and over again. These melodies will come to your head. And all of a sudden, things just start happening, and it's happening from you. Because let's face it, we all use the same chords, 12 notes in a scale. So how do you define who you are? You have to listen to yourself. So that is really important. That's the big thing, because at the end of the day, if you get signed to a label and the record is not successful, you can go, that is me. That is my record. I'm sorry the public didn't get it. But that doesn't mean the record is bad, or that doesn't mean that you missed the mark. It's a very moving target, trying to find what's selling and what's going to be selling, and because if they could figure out how to do that, they'd do it every time. I remember I started out, I was a kind of a fusion drummer. In college, I was a music major and playing in these fusion bands and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden I start realizing I ain't getting no work. They wanted to hear Foreigner, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. Those are the bands that were working. I, got on that trail and spent, I don't know how many years just playing in, bands that sounded like what was happening on the radio. And I slowed myself down doing that. If I would have stayed on the path that I was on, that I eventually got back, and, starting as first, Bad Think record got me back into that thinking, and come hell or high water, it's your music, but you have to believe it, and it's got to come from the soul. I'm kind of out on the outer edge, so to speak, so that's all right. I'm good there.